Diving into the Internal Revenue Code, this is the big old set of rules the IRS has laid out for how we're going to conduct our tax procedures, how we're going to get taxed, what we're going to do throughout this whole process. This is also what you will reference when it comes to your authoritative literature. There'll be certain sections there for you to look through, and you got to find section A, paragraph 5. That's not, really what it is. It's subsection this, the paragraph that. So that's what we're going to look through. Now, it's a comprehensive set of federal tax laws which govern the collection of income, estate, gift, employment, excise tax, basically all taxes. Not just capped at what we mentioned there, it's everything. The IRC, it's enacted by Congress, and it's a part of the larger United States Code. It's overseen and administered by the IRS. The IRS is a federal agency under the U.S. Department of the Treasury. This is more background. You don't really need to know this. You don't have to memorize. That is part of the Treasury. Just get a general idea of what we're dealing with here, so we can understand and get a good grasp. The IRC contains a complex, you can say that, it is complex, and extensive set of rules and regulations that dictate how much individuals, businesses, and other organizations must report and pay their taxes. It covers various aspects of taxation, such as the tax rates, deductions, credits, and exemptions. Now, actually going off of that, one thing I want to address before even moving forward is that when it comes to the authoritative literature questions, you know how you have to go in and you have to go look through the IRC and find whatever the question they're asking, what paragraph it's in. Now, as you get familiar with the IRC that we've got provided and what you'll see, that is something only available to you during sims on the exam. And yes, you can access it for any sim. So unless that changes, in which case we will let you know. But when it comes to that, you will be able to access it, and I would not rely on it to look up thresholds or look up numbers throughout the exam. You definitely want to memorize all of these. However, if you're in an absolute pinch and you're in a sim and you forgot something, try looking in the authoritative literature in the IRC. You might be able to find something there. Again, it does not have all the sections of the IRC, so the section you might want to look for that has a number you want to memorize, it may be missing. So just keep that in mind. But if you're absolutely in a pinch during the exam, you're losing it, and you want to go for Hail Mary, then that is an area to possibly look for all these amounts. Now, when it comes to the tax code and legal concepts that we're going to cover, there's obviously going to be current events that affect everything, whether it's like in the regular non-tax law or in tax law. Even within this exam, we've got the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017. We had the Affordable Care Act. We'll see how those play a role. The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act plays a bigger role here because, well, this is taxes. The Affordable Care Act, we'll see that in pretty much our last lesson there. So yes, this is constantly evolving, and current events constantly affect all these topics. Now, I'm here to be unbiased because, let's be honest, my job is to get you past this exam and to never think about it again, just to maintain the quality of content we've got here. I'm not here to do anything about that. Now, of course, am I going to be cynical towards taxes in general to the IRS? Quite likely, because who likes paying taxes? That's my take on this. That's my quote-unquote bias, but I think it's a pretty reasonable one. No one's a fan of paying taxes, so yeah, am I going to be a little cynical? I'll do my best to rein it in. Moving on a little bit. The code is organized into several subtitles and sections, which cover specific topics such as income taxes, estate and gift taxes, and employment. We got a bunch of other ones as well. Now, what are the key aspects? These are all going to be things that we'll see as we dive through multiple different lessons. We've got taxable income. Well, the IRC is going to define what constitutes taxable income, and it outlines how different types of income, such as wages, dividends, and interest, are taxed. So this is similar to how for the FAR exam or audit or anything else, we have those pieces of authoritative literature, whether it's the FASB codification, the AICPA, or PCAOB authoritative literatures. And it's our job here to kind of just break down what's in there. I mean, if you theoretically memorized everything in the IRC and then knew how to apply it, you actually probably wouldn't need to study for the exam. But that's what we're doing. I mean, that's what a lot of these lessons are, is we're just going through and dissecting it in normal people, not like broken out into a formal official IRS language. This is just very much a lot more easily digestible. Now, obviously, the IRC does not have anything about business law because it's about taxes, so that would be an area where you'd struggle a bit. The IRC also discusses deductions and credits. This is going to provide taxpayers with various deductions and credits, which we'll have a whole lesson on that, which can help reduce taxable income or liability. We've got the standard deduction, itemized deductions, and various tax credits. You're going to become quite an expert at all of those. I'm going to be so proud of you when you do, because you'll be able to pass the exam. It's going to talk about the tax rates and the brackets, how the marginal tax rate system, progressive tax rate system works. And this means that tax rates are going to increase as income rises. Filing requirements and deadlines. This is a whole lesson in and of itself as well. Talk about that. And then tax exempt organizations. This is not an exhaustive list. We've got so much more the IRC talks about quite a bit, and we're going to dive through it all and make sure you understand.
Hey there! Are you ready to not only pass your CPA exams, but truly understand and enjoy the material while studying? I know it seems impossible, right? Especially to enjoy the material? We'll do it together. Tap into the power of cpa.examprep.ai, where we've got personalized quizzes, multiple choice questions, memorization guides, flashcards, simulations, all tailored to your learning. Our adaptive study planning puts you on the fastest path to success and lifts you back up if you fall behind. Avoid wasting your precious time and money attempting an exam with a low chance of passing, because who wants that? We want to get you through this process as quick as possible. Our exam readiness prediction lets you walk in with confidence, knowing that you're prepared for success on exam day. Thankfully, there's no payment method needed to get started, so why don't you come join us? Visit cpa.examprep.ai and let's achieve your exam success together.